Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Hello world. Hello world would actually apply right now. That's crazy. Huge. Huge. Starting off 2024 with a hello world. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, cool. Okay. Cannot see chat. Hold on. We got this. I'm a skilled streamer. So skilled it's terrifying. I know. Hear me out. I have no chats open. Ruh-roh. Am I even signed in? Oh, okay. Oh, dude, I hate the autoplay on Twitch. I hate it so much. It's so cruel. Scuff stream? Are we? Yeah. Does this look scuffed, dude? Look at the production quality today. I'm stoked. Life's good. I guess I should tell everyone that we're live. We're just chilling today. We're just gonna vibe a little bit. I don't have any coding for you. I'm sorry. If you're here for just that, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Get wrecked. Happy New Year, you guys. How's it going? How you been? Huge. Rerun? No, I'm alive. Hello? Yeah, we're just kind of chilling. I got a few things I want to do today. I do want to see. I think Theo posted a new video. I'm not usually a react gal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not usually one to react to different things, but I've had this conversation with Prime and Theo before. And I feel like both of them are so senior that, like, who cares what they have to say about when you're going to learn Git? Okay? I did catch Theo talking shit about Go on his stream, and he is a band. He is not coming back here. You know what I'm saying? He's wrecked. No, I'm just kidding. He was actually, I mean, I thought his takes were pretty tame. They were not like, I mean, how can you talk shit about Go? Like, you can't. You don't really got anything. I think that, like, I get his perspective. I think he's looking for a different thing in a programming language than me at my current state. You know what I mean? To me, the simplicity of Go is one of the best features of Go because you can read other people's code. You can contribute to open source projects. Like, it's just, you can just immediately be productive in the language, which is huge, especially when you're trying to get that depth, that experience, that like hands-on practice. It just, I don't know if you can beat it. I don't know if it's, because it's so simple too that it's just like, he was saying he felt that was kind of weird about the language, that like, you know, a very senior developer's code looks the same as someone who's just learning Go. But like, I think I kind of like that. I kind of like it. Not that but I could also see like 5 years in starting to get a little antsy of like, all right, now what? Now what? My code's been looking the same for ages now, you know? I feel like there's a lot of growth that you can have by learning different languages because they all have a different approach to solving some problem, right? Also, hey, YouTube chat, how you guys doing? Ergo, Noko, Dave, hello. The naming conventions are kind of terrible, though. What do you mean? Give me an example. I actually die when people say that. When I'm like, hey, you know what? Okay, this is kind of related, kind of unrelated. When someone's like, hey, you know, if I say, hey, I don't like when you do this. They're like, give me name one time I did that. People do that. Everyone does that. I feel like men do that. Guys do that. They're so literal. I'm like, just take it in. Just take it in and never do it again or else. You know? Single letter variables all over the place. I don't think that's a Go thing, bro. I don't think that's a Go thing. What do you mean single letter variables? I'm in shambles right now. What are you talking about? New hair? I cut the blonde out of my hair because it was like not healthy. Go arenas. Actually, dude, I feel so out of the loop of what's happening in the world right now. I'm going to be honest. What are Go arenas? I don't even know. Arena.go, is that the thing? Golang memory arenas. Are arenas usable? This is 3 months ago. I'm going to read Reddit because it's the most credible source. Duh. We're looking for only the creds. Okay, I said I was going to announce it and then I forgot. Sorry, guys. Just chatting and chilling live now. Guys, you want to know something really exciting? So 2024, the plan is crush it. Step 1, I'm doing a podcast. Shocking, I know, because I just asked a question about podcasting. Like on Twitter, I did a poll not that long ago. Is stream down? Hello? Oh, you know what? This is actually so ballsy of me. I'm streaming on Wi-Fi right now. Holy, why would she do that? Why did I do that? Yeah, so I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing a podcast with Charm. And it's just like once a month, we're going to do a live stream of it. So it'll be like a Twitter space. It'll be on YouTube, all that good stuff. And then it'll get redistributed to like different podcasting platforms, which is cool. There's a freeze on video. Okay, well, maybe she is still scuffed in 2024. Okay, I cannot escape the scuff. It just follows me. It's following me everywhere. Yes, I did actually film a review of my Bose headphones. I love them. Consensus is I love them. First month that I had them, I did not love them. And the reason being, the foam takes a bit to break in. So like when I first got it, it was actually kind of like putting pressure on the top of my head and it was really, really not comfortable. But now it's pretty good. Now it's like, I've had it for, a little over a year. But like this time last year, I was like, I hate them. I have regrets. I have so much buyer's remorse. But I stuck it out. The sound has always been really good on them. The noise canceling is good. It's not as good as my AirPod Pros. But I think the microphone might be better than my AirPod Pros. I think that's just my subjective opinion though, because I looked at reviews and stuff online and they were saying that the Bose noise cancellation software is like better than the AirPod Pros. I don't know how that makes sense. I think maybe it's just because it's an in-ear. I would imagine that the fact that like the AirPod Pros is an in-ear, it's got a bit more of an advantage because it is harder to keep a seal, I would guess. These are the QC45s. They're really good. Yeah, I edited the entire video and then I had like 3 videos edited. I'm going to make that privacy chat that we did a while ago. I was going to turn that into like a long form video. We were just kind of sitting chatting. Yeah, I lost all those videos. My hard drive failed. I got an external drive and it died like within 3 uses. It's really bad. It's really bad. Thank you. I'm glad you're loving the videos. I'm really enjoying making them. I feel like the last couple years I've been kind of trying to figure out what content I enjoy making the most, and even on those platforms, like what style is me. And this year I think I'm gonna make a big effort with the YouTube stuff for sure. I spent a lot of time fixing this setup. I had the designer at Charm is helping me get it all set up and now it looks cool and I'm pleased. It feels good. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I've got a lot of content lined up. I'm actually hoping to get some help on that. Like I have someone that I think I'm going to take on to help me like produce more content, which I think will be really cool. I see YouTube chat. I got you up. I'm glad that you guys have been liking it. The noise cancellation. Let's see. I use noise cancellation. Like if I'm on the airplane, I'll use noise cancellation. If I'm in public, I'll often use, like if I'm just chilling, I'm not walking around. If I'm walking around, I usually have transparency mode. But yeah, I mean, any other case, I usually have noise cancellation. Even, I mean, if I'm working at a cafe or something like that, I don't have noise cancellation on. But if I'm at the gym or even if I'm just like really trying to focus at home, like I'll just put noise, like I'll have it noise canceled. Although like the Seal's pretty good. If I've got it plugged into my microphone, like I can't hear anything. That's why I have to plug it into the microphone if I have them on while talking into the mic, because otherwise I can't hear myself talk. So like I can hear my voice right now because it's going through the mic. It's very good. Very good. More bash in 2024. Yeah, like the last couple of years, I put a lot of energy into Twitch. I mean, obviously last year was a slow year for me. It was a tough year for me. So I needed to step back from content a little bit, but even prior to that, I feel like I've spent a lot of my energy on streaming and trying to be consistent with the streams. But I think I really want to see what my potential is if I do the video stuff, especially because I've gotten pretty good at video editing and understanding how to tell a better story. Like storytelling is one of my biggest goals for this year. I'm not going to spoil too much because I am doing a collab stream with Study Time on Friday. So I don't want to spoil too much about my goals for this year, but storytelling is one of them because I think it's just the most valuable skill you could possibly have. And I'm really excited for the challenge of just creating a better narrative around my videos and expressing technical things in a way that's really compelling and like interesting without being too like high energy, because that's just not me. I'm chilling. I just want to like nice chill vibe, which like to some people that's not that engaging. To me, that's just how I am. I'm not gonna like, it's so tiring to me when I used to try and be like on. I can't yell. Like people that like I don't know, I don't want to yell. I just want to lie down, I don't want to do that. Any long format coding videos or streams planned? They are always really fun. They really are. The only thing is like not right now because I'm actually going on vacation in like a week. So there's very limited time for me to do any content for January, but I definitely am anticipating it like when I have a bit more space around it. The one thing is like it does drive me nuts trying to pick these things up and then not being able to finish it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really want to learn Zig. I really want to learn Haskell. I love learning those things. I love all the little tutorials I've been following along with. They're super fun to do on stream, but then it drives me nuts. It's like I have this voice in my head. Hey, Bash. Hey, you haven't finished that thing yet. You still don't know how to program in Zig. Hey, you barely know how to do Haskell. Come on, Bash. Hey. You haven't done it in like 2 weeks. You're inconsistent. I'm like, okay, dude, chill. No, Haskell is, I would not say it's similar to Python. Yeah. But yeah, I actually really do need to get a NAS. Eventually I'll get there. Dude, content stuff is so expensive. It's actually crazy. I had to get so I changed my setup. I now have my camera like far away from me on a tripod, and I had to get a new like top part to it, and it was like $280 for like one, not even the tripod. It was like one piece of the tripod. Like, huh? Like where you mount the camera, like the swivel that you attach to the tripod that attaches to the camera. Crazy. Hey, Peterson. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, Manfrotto. Yeah. Duct tape is a bad idea. Dude, to this day, I think the most iconic, also Noctua, thank you for the sub. Did I say that? Thank you. I did it in my mind and then I don't know if I actually said that. Speaking of duct tape solutions, dude, I still remember, I think my most iconic moment is when I first started streaming and I literally had, so imagine this is a candle. I had a stapler where like the joint was in the candle, and then I put my phone through it. And that was my like tripod. That was like my phone holder while I streamed, and I used my phone with Droid Cam as my camera. Honestly, so good. So good. But yeah. Yeah. That was a past life. Now I have to be not scuffed. You guys, I'm a professional. Trust me, I'm a professional. I'm learning CSS. I'm proud of you. That's good. I did find with front end stuff, it was kind of satisfying when I was just coming back into coding and like trying to relearn some stuff. It was really satisfying to have this like visual feedback for your code, you know? So huge. Amazing. This is actually the same camera that I've been using this whole time. The same camera. I just don't know how lighting works. I just apparently don't know how lighting works or like camera settings, but I got it sorted today and I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Look at that blurred background. I got to figure out the optimal spot for this pooping dog though. The pooping balloon dog is the best thing in my room. Okay. Like, hello? Hey Bash, how are your deep work practices going? I like the book. Curious how it turns out in practice. It's been good. I find to me the most consistent thing, like my most consistent takeaway is just to like minimize distractions. And I try and catch myself a lot with like social media, especially given that like it's kind of my job to be on social media and to like have a presence. This is part of why I'm sorry the Discord is so not bumping. It's because I'm like, I can only split my attention so much. And if I split it any more than I currently am, which is me basically just working, putting out stuff for work, putting out stuff for Bash, and then like trying to have any form of a social life in any capacity, like just seeing friends and family. No. So I would say it's been going good. Pomodoro helps a lot. I did a video on, like, I'm assuming you're talking based on the video that I just did. Also, Matt, thank you for the Prime. And KJ, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate it. And yeah. So the Pomodoro, sorry, I'm not, you know what I mean? My brain's already malfunctioning from like so many things. Okay, what I was saying about deep work. Yes, the Pomodoro stuff has been helpful. I just try and be more protective. If there is things that I want to do coding, I try and be like really protective of that time. It is kind of part of why it's been harder for me to do the coding streams, because the time, if I'm streaming coding and I do that for like 3 hours, if I spent that 3 hours with no distractions doing that same coding, I would have a much deeper understanding of what's going on. But if I'm doing it on stream, there's usually a lot of cool people that chime in with like really good tips and tricks and feedback. So I still really love it for learning something brand new to me, because there's a lot of people that have a lot more experience than me in whatever language or stack or whatever that I'm doing on stream. So that's really cool. But yeah, it's like I could never do leak code on stream. I would die. Hello, I'm new to the channel. I just watched one of your videos about Go. Are you going to live stream regularly? Yeah, I gotta set up a schedule. The one thing is, it's so hard for me to commit because I have so many commitments, man. I will be putting out a lot more videos though. That I can do. But I think I'm gonna aim to do like one stream a week. And then I'm like, my friends are all streamers. So like if they want to hang out, we'll probably just hang out on stream. So yeah. I hope that helps. Yeah, it's tough with work being more tech and social media focused. You have to kind of switch gears into deep work. Yeah, like I try my best. It's really hard because there is obviously this like dopamine feedback loop when you get interaction. But like I try really hard to just like post things and not look at it. Like it's like, okay, my job is done. Anything else is like beyond my control. Like let it go. But like, yeah, it's hard not to check. Frost, thank you so much for 10 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. 45 minutes focused work is really smart. Yeah. Honestly, like using Pomodoro, I think the best, okay, I can't make words. the best time to use Pomodoro is if you're like treading on burnout and you're just trying to do anything to like show yourself, hey, you're doing a good job. Like give yourself a little pat on the head. You're doing great, sweetie. Pomodoro is really good for that because it like kind of quantifies your effort in a way that is really hard to do, especially if you're not feeling your best and your output is not what you expect from yourself. It's easy to kind of keep having this really negative self-talk when you're not achieving or you're not living up to your own standards. But I think that the Pomodoro sessions can be really good at kind of quantifying that effort. So good. And then, just like protecting yourself from notifications, from social media. Like I try and limit my social media usage so much, but that's part of why I switched. Like I used to have Instagram. I used to like post to Instagram every once in a while, but like, or not every once in a while. I was like pushing Instagram for a bit, but like, I just never felt good going on Instagram. I honestly don't really feel that good going on like Twitter most of the time. Like I feel like there's just so much weird stuff out there. This is why I really like the long form content. I find that with YouTube videos and Twitch streams, there's like you can really resonate with the creator and you feel better after kind of like hanging out with them than them going into it, which I think is really special. I think that's kind of what it should be. So, yeah. I simply like the stream and go back to lifting weights. I'll be your podcast in the background. I know. The NAS will be nice. I would love to do another stream and video of like contributing to open source. I would love to help maintain an open source project. Like obviously I do that like for my job. So like maybe some of it will be videos of like me maintaining Charm, but that would make more sense for the Charm channel. That's the thing too, is like with my own channel, I'm trying to figure out like what I like to make, because the content that I make on the Charm channel is so technical that it's so much work. It's so much work. And like after doing all the planning, all the coding, all the edits, like everything for that, like at the end of that, I'm like, I just want to sit down and chat. I don't feel like coding right now. Have you used software as code time to track how much you code in a day? No. Is that like a program? I've never heard of it. Never heard of it in my life. Is this mirrored? I actually don't know. How I normally do things. Also, thank you for 33 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I do wish the convention was for opt-in notifications rather than opt-out. I know. I feel like Discord has the worst notifications. Like if I was a better streamer, I'd probably have a YouTube YouTube role or something like that, and then a Twitch role or something, and then like only ping that, but like whatever, everyone gets pinged. Get wrecked. Mute my server, I dare you. When you think of fun projects to build, do you draw it out? I would rather hand draw it than do an actual flowchart, which maybe that's like boomer of me. I don't know. I did used to use draw.io a lot. Didn't they get acquired? For some reason, I thought they got acquired and it like they changed names. I guess I would use draw.io. Figma is honestly, I feel like is pretty easy. I'm really comfortable in Figma. So like that one would probably be like just as easy for me to use as draw.io. But yeah. What do you think is the language that has the most junior position openings? I've been studying C++ for a lot in university, and I feel like there's just no junior positions for C++. Only JavaScript, Java, and C#. I could see that. I think that no matter what, the knowledge that you're learning, the base that you're getting with C++ will be really valuable like throughout your career. But yeah, it is hard. It is more niche. So it's kind of like if they're looking for a C++ developer or like things where you're having to do potentially like manual memory management, I think they're probably going to lean towards someone senior because they don't want you, breaking prod. But Yeah, I could see there being a lot of positions for like Java and C Sharp. I don't know. I wonder if, I know Elixir was being used quite widely. I don't know if it's still, well, because Elixir is compatible with Java, right? Am I right in that? I don't remember. Is Elixir compatible with Java? Is that right? Am I thinking of the right language? Yeah, right? Elixir is Erlang. Erlang made popular by, yeah. Yeah, but there's one where you can use, what am I thinking of? There's one where you can use, is it just Kotlin? No, it wasn't just Kotlin because I thought I tried something. I thought I tried something where it was, you could use Java libraries and stuff. Let me see. Hold on, let me keep looking. What gives you access to Java libraries? Can Elixir code be used in Java? I don't know if that's what I'm trying to ask. Can Elixir run on JVM maybe? What the heck? What am I thinking? Oh my God, that's going to drive me insane. Oh, it's Scala. It is Scala. That's why. Okay, it's Scala. I feel like I could see Scala being pretty. I know people that are working in Scala. That's what it is. Okay, thank you. Oh my God, that would have driven me insane. Noctua, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Gamer, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you. I'm mirrored. Should I unmirror? Is it weird that I'm mirrored? I can unmirror. Maybe I got sick of looking at myself, you know? Am I mirrored? That's crazy. Oh, there you go. You're right. I think I was mirrored. Honestly, you're probably right. I don't notice these things. This is why I've been so scuffed for years. I don't notice these things. No, it looks weird now. Oh man. I think I'm invisible. Why? Okay, do we vote? Okay, well, let's do a poll. I give up. This is back to how it was before. It looks fine. It looked better before. Okay. Better now. Cam. Better now or mirrored? I don't remember. That's your bad side? I'm gonna ban you, you little shit. Now is better. Mirrored better. All right, you get 1 minute. Done. Oh, really? Oh, that's good to know. Okay, I don't need to be mirrored then. It's the same side. I know, that's why I was like, why? What do you guys mean? It's not like I'm looking straight on. No, Erlang. It's compatible with Erlang. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. No, Zig is compatible with like C libraries, I think. And then it's Scala that runs. Clojure does run on the JVM. Try vertical mirroring. Oh man. I actually like this. I am looking at chat now. This is better. I think you're right. Hey Owen, I hope you're good too. Elixir runs on Beam. That's a pretty version of Erlang. Yeah, so I knew that, but then I was like, it's because I think one of my friends was writing Elixir and Scala at work. And then I was like, oh yeah, they write Elixir, and it was like compatible. It was like backwards compatible with or you can use it with Java. So I was like, oh, that's huge, but it's Scala, not Elixir. That's why I was confused. Well, because I was like, that's too many features. That's too much cool shit for one language. Okay. If Elixir has like I remember this from Erlang from 7 Languages in 7 Weeks. It's like the most fail-safe language ever because if it goes down, it just restarts whatever threads died. And then, but then Scala was the one that was compatible with Java, so you don't have to write Java code, just maintain a Java system. Your camera setup's looking great. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm very excited. It's nice. It's nice. I'm excited. Very cool. Very cool. All right. I want to, what do I want to do? I got a couple things I gotta do. I'll probably do it. I'll do it in a bit. I want to take a little break first, meaning I want to react to my friend's video, which is funny. I'm not a react girl, you know? Holy shit. That was so loud. Terrifying. Theo, that was deep in my ears. Thank you. Too deep. Did not enjoy that. One bit. All right. I'm going to quit whatever I shouldn't show on stream just in case. Just in case. It's a dangerous world we live in. Oh, I actually forgot to set up literally all of my other scenes. So, see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. All right. Hopefully I don't leak anything, question mark. Might mess around, leak something. I don't know. Okay. Coding full screen. Me. I think it's this one. All right. One of us has to be wrong. Oh, sick. Oh. She's there. Pooping dog's there. Life's good. I need to change my scenes, actually. This is on my to-do list for today. For the record. Wait. Has Prime put out his reaction video? Because that would be so goated if I reacted to his reaction. Whoa, what happened? Big cam. Wait, why did chat disappear? Hello? Refresh. Okay, I just got absolutely wrecked by OBS. That's what I get for streaming not on Windows. Anything but that. The Primogen. Why the long face? Excuse me? Are you saying my face is long? It's rude. Are developers okay? I don't think this is it. Oh, shit. No. Oh, no. This is one where he's, like, reacting. Is it on the prime time, maybe? My friends post too much. Just kidding. I love it. Watch this at lunch. I know. I would love to react to Prime reacting to this because him and I have like pretty similar. I think we had similar views. I can't remember. I actually don't remember. I think this will be fun. I'm excited. Yay! Let's go. Also, Low Level. You guys, shout out to Low Level. We are doing a podcast episode together. I don't know if I told them it's a podcast episode, but we're doing Twitter Spaces tomorrow. Let me link it. Do you guys follow me on Twitter? Type 1 in chat if you're a real one. Anyone who didn't type 1, you're banned. All right. This is the link. This is it. Oh, what? Not a real one? Get wrecked. I wouldn't even step on you. That's crazy. Galactic Garlic, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Low Level, thank you so much for 2 months. And Tashi, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you for spending your free sub on me. I appreciate that. What? Who said what? All right, you guys. Let's be serious. Come on, chat. Get your head out of the gutter. Oh, what's this one? Is this chat? Is this chat? Wait, what is this one? Browser. God, I got the worst. Okay, I think this is chat. Refresh. I've got the worst setup right now. This is so scuffed. Like, it's fine, but it's not. You know what I mean? My little head is getting cut off. I want to be the same size as Theo. It could be me. But it's not. Should I react like this? My name is Theo. Hello? All right. Should I try and guess what he's going to say? I think I will. Hello. I actually don't know what he's going to say. I give up. My brain, I can't do this. It's too much. I'm actually huge. I'm actually taller than Theo. Isn't that crazy? Oh, you know what's hilarious is that I actually don't have I almost did this without you guys being able to hear audio, which is really good. It's really, really good. Hi, chicken. Buck, buck, buck. All right. I'm scared. It's really loud. Uh-oh. Wow. Oh, ooh. Ooh, how did I do this last time? Multi-output device, question mark? Ooh.
Argue a bit about is when you...
Wah, 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 wah. Galactic Garlic, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. You guys, y'all are generous today. I appreciate you. You missed me or something, huh? Thanks, guys. Thank you. I'm not supposed to be here. I need to continue with my course, but they tired. It's okay. Take a break. I'm not going to be that long. We'll just react to this, and then I got to go through... I'm going to react to Theo's video, and then going to go through some YouTube comments. React to them on stream. Your videos sparked my Go journey. Love it. Can't hear Theo. Wait, try again. Hold on. I paused him.
There is no arguing that Git is an essential tool for the vast, vast majority of developers today. What we can argue a bit about is when you should learn it. I'm firmly in the camp of developers learning Git early, and throughout this video, I'm going to justify why.
Okay. Before he states his opinions, we're interrupting him. It's 12 seconds in. Are you ready for this? I think Git was a game changer for me when I was learning to code. He's choppy for some reason. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we'll see how this thing turns out. We'll just see. Maybe I should turn down. I'm actually on my Mac right now. Maybe I'll turn it to like... Jesus Christ, he has 4K quality that he uploads? What is happening here? Yeah, so when do I think that Git should actually be learned? I think Git should be learned like first year university. As soon as you start to have like programming assignments where you can break shit, you should learn Git. Okay? All you need to know is git add dot and git commit m. Okay? Nobody's reviewing your commit history at this stage. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's what I think. Because do you know how full office hours would get? Because everyone's breaking their code and they don't know how to go back a version. They don't know how to because most of the time you just want to fuck around and find out, okay? You just want to type whatever garbled code that you want and then be able to be like, you know what? I just broke everything. Let me restore that to when it actually did run. That's all you need to do. Done. Okay? So let's see.
Why? But first I want to talk about the pain points
he's
I've
so
been seeing
stuttery.
more and more developers.
Why is that happening? Okay, hold on. I'm going to see if I can change like the frame rate or something. What is happening here? This is what happens when I stream Alaska. Weird. I don't think I can change the frame rate on this thing. Okay, whatever. Maybe you get Liskov. Rip. Okay.
Developers experiencing, especially straight out of college. This tweet came from a really, really prolific contributor to Upload Thing. He's made over 32 PRs at the point I'm recording this, and he's probably...
Okay, I finished my Bachelor of Science this year. They never taught me Git. Dude, same. I don't think I knew Git until like second year. The only way that I found out about Git was through people that went to university and they already knew how to code. So they already knew Git. They already knew all this stuff. Like it was never even mentioned, which is insane to me. What is the topic of this video? It's basically the controversy around when Git should be taught. Okay. I didn't learn until second year because the only people that ever mentioned Git were people in my class that already knew how to code. I'm like, why would you not at least teach this during a lab? Like, dude, we sit down and are forced to do hands-on exercises with like a TA multiple times a week, and you can't mention Git? Also, why would I be uploading like a folder full of my code solutions instead of just using GitHub? And then the submission time is like no commits after that submission time apply? Like, bro, what? Not every place uses any kind of version control, but Git is the most, I would definitely say Git is the most industry standard. It's crazy. We submitted on floppy disks. Oh my God. Okay, grandpa. Yeah, I don't think you need a whole lecture on Git. I think that's a waste of a lecture. I think you're so limited on the time that you have in university, but goddamn, dude, it would take you like 10 minutes to say git add, git commit m, and then you can email your TA or like Google. University students know how to Google, okay? Like, how do I revert back to the working version? Like, dude, it's not that hard. Like, who cares if they're committing node modules, you know? At that point, like anything. Yeah, enjoy this scuff, Theo. I don't know how to fix it, so get wrecked. GitHub called me old too? Oh no. Well, you're the one, okay. You're the one mentioning floppy disks, so hear me out. Okay.
Probably broken 40 by the time the video goes live. He finished his Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and never learned Git in school. Thankfully, he learned Git on his own and is
It's just crazy. Like, they should mention it. I feel like they should be like, hey, by the way, kiddos, here's like the industry standard of like what's trending right now. What's hot in the industry? What are like industry career relevant skills? You're not going to learn that because you're in a computer science degree. You're learning the fundamentals, okay? But here are some of the tools that you use at a job. They don't have to know that. They don't have to have like job experience to share this knowledge. It's just crazy to me that they don't. Anything. Huh? I've not done Bradfield CS or CS Primer. I don't know what those are. Okay, let's go.
A very prolific contributor, but he found it particularly strange that such a crucial tool was not really included in the program at all. And I fully agree.
Yeah, I think that any kind of like, okay, first time you get introduced to Git, your first lab or your first lab after they announce that you have a major project coming up, or like they'll let you what do you call it? What would I say? Oh my God. They send you off to the wolves with your first project and you barely know what you're doing. You should like get a very, very like 2 Git commands, okay? Git add, git commit, and then go from there. And like git restore dot, you know? That's it. That's all they need to know. And then I think that once you start doing group projects, they like, come on, do some pull requests. Have a repo, do pull requests. Come on. It's not hard. It's not crazy. It's literally like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
It's insane that you don't learn Git really early in school. I don't necessarily think it should be like a course that is taught. I don't necessarily think you should be forced to know the ins and outs of Git before you start writing code. But I do think Git is a really, really powerful tool, even as a solo developer learning the basics of code, because it makes you so much less scared when you make sweeping changes.
Agreed.
I think that
Agreed. Base take.
that point was missed when Primogen replied here, because he had the opposite opinion, where he doesn't see value of teaching Git in school.
They didn't teach unit testing. They taught, like, there was one lecture that included testing, and it didn't say anything about integration testing, unit testing, anything like that. But then you're expected to do that as soon as, like, to be doing that on your job immediately. It's actually one of the best ways to, like, read another person's code, to understand what the code is doing, is like through the tests. And it's crazy that they don't just teach you how to write tests. That one I think would definitely, I think that would be worth, like, maybe not, I don't know, would it be worth a course? I think it could be a course. I think there could be a testing course that does, like, you do integration testing, like you do integration testing, unit testing on, like, existing code bases, you know? Anyway, I like to fuck around and find out, so Git's really important to me.
Because once you've learned it, it feels so irrelevant.
Ooh. I think I have the opposite opinion. Honestly, I don't see any value of teaching Git in school. But so I think I've had this conversation with Prime before. I don't, like, again, they don't need to teach it. They just need to mention that it exists and say, hey, there's this thing called version control. You know what? I didn't even learn Git from... No, the only people used Git. I had no idea that there was such a thing as version control. And it wasn't until I was getting mentored as an intern that they're like, hey, did you know there's something called version control? And you can really do whatever you want with your code and still be safe. I was like, bro, what? Literally a mentor, like someone completely outside of schooling. I think it's overkill though to say that it needs to be like in a lecture or something like that. Like casual lab setting would be goated, would be fine. That's way more than enough context. It's like what, like a 45 minute lab. Most people finish lab early. Just do like a 10-minute intro on Git and then they can try it and ask questions.
Any person can get enough Git command line foo to work for a decade in about 1 hour.
Yeah, but they teach you how to use an IDE. Git is, okay, wait, you guys aren't even in here. That sucks. I can't get you guys in the, I'll try refreshing again. Hold on, I'm going to try re-adding this source because it'd be nice to have chat in there. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. Now you guys, let them be free. But like in our intro to programming class, they taught us how to use an IDE. They taught us how to use literally IntelliJ at school and PyCharm. They taught us how to use them in the labs. In the labs. Well, because they teach you how to debug. And they teach you, okay, here's how you set a breakpoint. Here's how you walk. Here's how you step through the code. It takes like one class. It takes one class. Like it wasn't even a lecture. It was just in the lab. Like, bro, what do you mean? How can you not mention version control?
Hour of Googling. I'd say it's closer to like 3 to 4 hours. But honestly...
Also, 1 hour of Googling like 8 years ago, very different than 1 hour of Googling today. Because there's so much shit out there. Like actual Garbo recommendations that now you have to like filter through everything that you see. So like, yes and no.
I actually mostly agree with Prime here. The thing I don't agree with is that Git shouldn't be an expectation.
Like, watch. People are going to be like getting, like, you just get the dumbest suggestions sometimes. It's like, dude, you're going to absolutely demolish someone's version control history with some of the suggestions that people give. All you're looking for is like git restore dot. That's it. That's probably all they're looking for. Git add dot. Git commit M, git restore dot means go back to whatever the previous commit was, discard all local changes. Even git stash, because it's like, oh, I want to look back on the other branch. Git stash, that's 4 commands. That's not even a page of notes. You could literally give a handout of like, here are common git commands. That could be it. Yeah, git rebase, but that's if you're working with multiple branches. I'm assuming if someone's new to Git, they can just work on main.
in university. I think that most intro courses should probably hand you a PDF and say, hey, Git's important. Here's the basics that you should learn before you start taking the class.
You just said the same thing.
Roughly that here. Also, Prime being cute. Gonna have beef with somebody. Theo's on the short list. There's actually one really good reply here. Sometimes I disagree with Theo.
Actually, we had a margarita together, so I'm on the short list. Huge.
Risk, though. He's pretty smart. Coming from Jamin, who's one of the smartest React Native devs in the entire world, it means a lot. Yeah. What I'm here for is my reply here. I think the basics of Git are very useful as a tool while you learn. I know I was able to learn faster and more confidently in my classes because I learned Git before college. This is absolutely the case.
That's true.
I vividly remember working with peers, borrowing their computers.
Dude, it's crazy how much of an advantage those first year students have if they've already coded. Like the intro to programming courses, like, oh my God. Some of my friends are getting like 100% in that course because they've been coding since they were like 15. I was like, you bastard. How dare you?
Helping them with assignments, deleting code or deleting a file, and watching their face drop immediately. Just like, oh my God, you're deleting things? But how do I get those back? Like, I can't Command Z all the way back. Like, where'd the file go? You can't just do that. You can't delete my code. And I was like, oh yeah, you're not using Git yet, huh? I learned Git much earlier because I was using it to manage plugins for my Minecraft servers and stuff.
Dude, imagine the heart attack. Theo's going in there assuming you're using Git and just like deleting all your files. The heart attack as a first year student that you would get. Your friends like deleting all of your hard work. That's so good. I love that.
Because I had that knowledge early, I never had the fear of losing code. To this day, and like knock on wood, I've never actually lost code. I've never had an...
Hold on. One sec. Dude, Theo totally just got me. He knocked on his table, and I thought I was getting a knock at the door. Got him. Absolutely wrecked. I can't even react. Okay. Let's go again.
An instance where there was code written that I needed, that I had at some point, that was gone forever because I aggressively commit. I aggressively use Git, even the basic pieces of it, so I never end up losing things. Even then, I was still using Dropbox a good bit in college, and I was figuring out GitHub and how to collaborate with people. But Git is a local management tool just to keep myself from losing my files and is a better command.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is where boot camps actually teach collaboration way better than universities. And it wouldn't take much. Like a boot camp's 3 months. Your degree's 4 years. Come on. It's so easy. It's so straightforward to just teach like the basics of like, you know, branches, PRs, good workflow, a handful of Git commands that you're probably going to use a lot. Like what? I don't know. Blows my mind.
And Z, it was incredible. And it really helped me develop myself as a programmer faster. I don't know if I would have been anywhere near as successful in university if it wasn't.
I actually do think that just freeballing it, winging it as hard as you can is the best way to learn. Just break everything and then figure out why it broke. It's so good.
It wasn't for the fact that
just not prod. Okay, you'll get fired. And then you're going to blame me for the next layoffs.
I knew Git before I got there. And again, I don't think you need to learn all of Git. There is so much complexity to Git that the vast majority of developers never need. But this isn't about all of that intricacy. This is about the feeling of confidence the basics of Git give you. Most developers wrote code before they used Git. Do you remember the fear when you deleted a file and thought it was gone forever?
Dude, this is why I distinctly remember waiting in office hours, and it would be like, I think office hours went for like 2 hours. And you'd have to write your name down, and you still, even if you got there like on time, you still weren't guaranteed to actually be able to talk to the prof because there were so many people that were so scared to touch any part of their code. They literally, any little thing would break, and it was Python. So they probably had they were missing a space or something, you know? And any tiny little thing would break their code, and then they would just not touch it because they don't want to break it further. And they can't undo their changes for some reason. Insane. Also, Luciano, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. And Sign, thank you for the Prime.
Where you deleted code that you actually needed and couldn't get it back. Yeah, that's one of those feelings of dread that I think is unnecessary. And as the mentors and the experienced developers that most of this audience is made up of, think it's important to do our best to help other developers never experience that. I am incredibly lucky that I never had that feeling, and it sucks seeing other developers have that fear. I'm not recommending Git because I think everyone should know the ins and outs of it before you graduate college. I'm recommending Git because it makes it way less scary to change your code. Yeah. And you only get good at coding if you're not scared of failing and losing things and breaking stuff. The less fear you have going into code, the more likely you are to be successful. And whatever I can do to make coding less scary is something I'm going to preach loudly.
I actually have a short coming out on this. Like, it's not quite word for word because we don't actually share a brain, but very, very similar stuff. Actually, I could release it right now. Should I do that? Let's do it. Uh-oh. I almost went to the secret area. Ruh-roh. Okay, hold on. Ruh-roh, don't do that. You guys would have seen all of my secret content that's unreleased. Huge. Just kidding. I released everything because I'm impatient. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, I scheduled it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to make it public now. How do I make it? What? Oh, there you go. Here, I'll make it public now. This is like the same shareable link. All right, here. Secret Theo collab. One way Theo collab. So this is the short that I just did. That is very, very similar. It's a very similar kind of philosophy to what Theo was just saying. Failure is what paves the way to success. And that's really all there is to it. Like, if you're afraid to fail, you're going to be that person that, like, you're going to be stagnant. I feel like failure is what propels growth. But your mindset can also, like, it's also how you learn to react to that failure. Because if you're a negative Nancy and you let yourself be, like, really brought down by failures, then, like, that's going to hold you back, man. That's part of why I've got quite a few, like, mindset related videos. I almost feel kind of bad posting them because they're not, like, tech stuff, you know? But at the same time, I feel like as a knowledge worker, your mindset is everything. Like, how you can adapt to challenges, because as a developer, the reality is throughout your entire career, you're going to get harder and harder challenges thrown at you. It's not like, even as you get better, there's going to be things you still don't know and you're still going to have to deal with at some point. And it just, like, sure, the things that you already know get easier, but the problems get harder. So, like, you really have to have a good mindset around tackling these really difficult problems. So, like, that's part of why it's like, there's a part of me, especially like early in the year, I really want to be sharing some of these, like, kind of mindset strategies, you know? Because having a good mindset is really, like, makes such a difference. Yeah. Oh, DuckDuckGo is better even for software related questions. I should try it again. It was kind of trash when I tried it, like, in 2020, 2019, 2020. It was hard. I couldn't find a lot of things. Got lost on the internet. Crazy. And then ending it. And this is, wait, what? You need to get on the, oh, yeah. Where it, like, loops. I'm not a trendy gal. Don't you know? I don't follow trends. Actually, when Go is, like, super trending, I was like, oh, should I stop writing Go? It's part of why I haven't learned Rust yet. I'm, like, anti-trend. All right, guys, let's reply to some comments. I'm glad we were able to have that chat. You're the most trendy person I know? How? What trends do I do? Are you just saying I'm cool? I could be cool. I don't think you have to be cool to be trendy. I think those are not the same. Mindset is a lot of it. The pressure and constant need to learn, the weird expectations thrust on you in programming jobs is worth discussing. It's because it can be so broad. Oh my gosh. Wait, I actually might have one more thing to react to, because that hopefully won't be like a slideshow because it's not a video. Let me see if I wrote it down. I must have. I think I put it down somewhere. I was reading. I had insomnia. Ruh-roh. Not good. And I decided to scroll on the internet naturally. And there's one thing that came up. And I just could not deal. I did not agree at all with what they were saying. Let me find it. Okay, I think I have it. No, there's not it. Oh, yes, I found it. Huge. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's like popping up in a weird window. Can I just copy that link? Hello. How do I copy you? Edit. Copy. Okay. Yeah, this was crazy. Ooh, okay. This was interesting because a lot of my job is kind of product management. Like, I think that's like a big part of the value of like DevRel is like you hear the community, so you're able to reflect that in like project design and stuff like that. Anyway, it'll be interesting. Rust is not a trend. I think it is. Did you always have that tattoo? Yeah, I've had that tattoo for a long time. Agreeing on the failure as a tool. For real. For real. Cleaver, you exist. That's why I don't leave the house. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Derives, thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Nice to catch you on stream. I'll have a schedule at one point. I would apologize for being like this, but at this point, if I'm not going to change, then what's the point? All right. Oh, cool. Wow. Do I have transitions on? Hello? What the heck just happened? Okay. Let me resize this a bit. Product management is broken. Oh no. Oh no. All right, chat, I think I'm gonna have to add a color for you. Okay, hold on. Put your sunglasses on. I should have said that already. Actually, it's got light theme on. Correct. Okay, I'm gonna add a little color source here. Cancel. Let's make you little. This is for you, chat. This is your little cushion that you're gonna hang out on. How do you feel about that? Wee wee. That's you. Saying yes, I'm excited. Excited and thriving. That's all I hear from you guys. The positivity. All right, let me select a color here. Is there a pick screen color? Let me do... Oh, what? Wait, what? Are you for real, OBS? It says pick screen color. I clicked pick screen color, and it won't let me pick outside of the, like, rainbow, outside of that window. That's wild. Okay, I'll just guess. I'll guesstimate a color here. That, I guess. Hold on, let me see if there's like find a happy medium here. How's that? Okay, that's a little more visible. I think that's good. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, put your sunglasses on. All right. Like, for what it's worth, this is not, it's not personal. We're just talking about the blog post, Anton. Okay, please don't get upset with me. Okay, so I have thoughts. On this. Let's read through it. I feel like I'm pulling such a prime. This is trendy. This is a trend, okay? Product management is broken. A change is coming. I do agree with this title, okay? For the record, I do agree. Is it too, hold on. I'm going to I think it's too hard to read. I'll go to sleep. Okay, bye, Lucian. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, sorry, guys. I got to add to the aesthetic here. I'm no longer allowed to be scuffed. Don't you know? Can't do it. Just can't do it. Okay, and then I'll just pick like white. Is that like approximately the same shade of white? All right, there you go. Okay, that's close enough. I think. Yeah, good enough, I think. All right. Product management is broken. A change is coming. Ooh. It started as a promising concept. The product manager and the engineering manager team up. The product manager decides what should be made, understanding the customer's needs and talking to the stakeholders. The engineers plan how to build these ideas and then code without distractions from the customer. So far, yeah. If I'm coding, I think that if you're coding, you need a really good understanding of the problem. If you're that personality type, I think that for a lot of engineers, it would be pretty nice to just be able to show up. You choose your very tightly scoped tickets from the backlog that you want to assign to yourself, and you just crush them. That to me sounds pretty good, and no distractions, no changing requirements while you're working on it. I don't know. That sounds pretty good to me. But apparently that doesn't work. I could see how the telephone game would not be ideal in this case. So let's see why they say this doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to continue reading. Don't make me subscribe. Okay. Most people cannot be good PMs of a new industry, product, or domain immediately. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it takes talking to a lot of people within that industry and that domain to get a really good understanding of what the issues are, not just at face value, but the underlying issues in that space. But that's not to say, I think if you've done it once and you have some tricks up your sleeve of how you have that foundation of how you were able to connect with the right people and ask the right questions the first time, I don't think it necessarily would take a ton of time to get onboarded into a new industry or domain, so long as they're willing to put that initial lift in, which is pretty much talking to a lot of people, getting a lot of different perspectives, and really trying to narrow down what the issues are in that space. Okay, so how do PMs decide what to do? They don't know what it takes to build the product, and they don't know the industry. They don't know what it takes to build the product. Does that mean that they don't have technical skill? Oh, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. Oh, good. Hold on. There you go. Is this assuming that the PMs don't have technical skill? That's a question that's coming up, me reading that sentence, okay? And they don't know the industry. I think that if they don't know the industry, that should be the first thing that they try and understand. Okay? Okay. You've been a PM in a fintech startup for 2 years. Can you make the right decisions in a health tech one? I mean, I think when it comes down to it, a lot of it is compliance that dictates the business requirements for the software. So I feel like if you are coming from a background where you're used to working with compliance documents and regulatory stuff with coworkers, that it would translate quite well. But that's not to say that it's all the same regulations, but you would have a certain level of competency as well with reading these regulatory documents that are not necessarily light reads. Okay, let me pause for a sec, see what you guys are saying. My PM does not know anything about the technical side. Ooh. Yeah, that's interesting. What's an SME? Wald. A good PM is also a good SME. I don't know what an SME is. Software engineering manager? Question mark. Interesting. How would a product manager not have technical know-how? Subject matter expert. How is that different than a project manager? What? How is a subject matter expert different from a project manager? I'm going to look this up. That is... Oh, sorry, product manager. Because if you are managing a product, shouldn't you also be an expert in that product and the value it provides and the problems it solves? Isn't that how you manage priorities? Wouldn't that be how you dictate priorities? Okay, product manager ensures that the product meets the needs of the target market, is competitive, and achieves the desired business outcomes. Okay. Product meets the needs of the target market, so they need to have a really good understanding of their target demographic, that it's competitive, so they have an awareness of other companies in the space and how your products compare, and achieves the desired business outcomes, which I guess would be prioritization. On the other hand, a subject matter expert is an individual with a deep knowledge and expertise in a particular domain or subject matter. They're the same. Corporate's asking you to tell us the difference between these two photos. They're the same. How is that different? I don't understand. A product manager, if you know the desired business outcomes, you know the needs of the target market. Are you also the one who's translating that into requirements for the software? I don't know. I've only worked at startups, you guys. I don't know how this corporate lingo works. It's not a title or a role. It's just a subject matter expert. Knows the biz. Oh, interesting. I don't think a PM needs to be that level of expert. Interesting. You might know all about a topic, but not in charge. Huh. I've never heard of that. I've always been subject matter expert. But that's because startup land, you have to be. I feel like you have to be. That is wild. Okay, first off, that is wild to me that a product manager would not be a subject matter expert. In what world do you get to prioritize something if you're not a subject matter expert? I think the person dictating priorities is the subject matter expert. They have to be the one that knows what the goals are, what the needs are of the customers, and given those things, when's the best timing to launch these different things, and what are we going to prioritize now versus later? Like what? Anyway, that is crazy. I'm the SME. I guess if it's a product owner and they own multiple products, I could see how they wouldn't have as deep of knowledge on that product as the person who built it. So that makes sense. But still, I feel like, yeah. Okay. You've been a PM in a large B2B company. You move to a small B2C startup. Does the knowledge transfer? Yeah, I think so. Business to business, business to consumer. It's still the same principles. You got to know what they're looking for and how to speak to them and what the business goals are and prioritizing what aligns with those things. Okay, if you've been a PM of a mobile website with 50 users, now you move to a website with 100,000 daily users. How do you prioritize the technical part? Do you know how to prioritize? I can't read. Do you know how to prioritize the technical part? I don't think it's necessarily their job to know how to prioritize the technical part. But they would need to listen to the technical hires that they have at the company. Okay, I totally cut off chat. Did I? No, I don't know. Crazy. Okay. With the average turnover rate of product managers being 6 months turnover is insane. That sounds like a culture issue, man. Sounds like a skill issue of your culture. It's not surprising that they can't take the time to dive in and learn everything about the industry, product, and technology. Since COVID, we have seen the Zoom-based product management, PMs who have never met customers in person or seen firsthand how the product is used. Okay, agreed. Firsthand in-person encounters is like a very humanizing and I think more imprinting experience. Is that what you would say? Like it sticks with you more? Okay, agreed. Before I go on, I want to make it clear, I'm not blaming the PMs here. It's a very tough job and impossible to clearly define. PMs around the world feel the problem too. After 6 years of PMing, I have a strange feeling that product management is a fake profession. But so, like, okay, my understanding of what a product manager would be is that, like, they're the buffer between the business requirements, the customer demands, and the engineers. I think engineers should be protected from these things because it is really hard and stressful to be managing your own, to like manage everything yourself. If you're just having like direct correspondence with customers, that takes a lot of energy. That takes a lot away from the time that you'd be able to spend having deep focus on problem solving and coming towards a good solution. It shouldn't, like, the design and development, like, sure, it can be fun. If it's your own product, like project, cool. If it's for a company, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. But I could also see someone with not great communication skills having this weird game of telephone with engineers. But again, that's their job. If the engineers are building the wrong things because the product like that reflects on the product manager, it's not really related to them. So I feel like it takes a lot of pressure off of engineers. And I already feel like software engineering, software development is a high pressure job. Like, it's basically like, hey, here's this problem that we don't know how to solve it in 2 weeks. Thanks. Thank you. We're looking forward to seeing the outcome. Like, maybe you don't know how to solve that problem. There's definitely gonna be problems you don't know how to solve. That's scary. That's hard. What if you're sick? I don't know. That sucks. Ruh-roh. Don't do that. Also, Limeoats, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, that's my thought on what product manager should be. The ideal product manager role is protecting the developers, in my opinion. All right. Senior product manager is the number one job that people are trying to get out of. I mean, fair enough. It's basically taking off a lot of the weight that, it's taking off a lot of the weight of like the technical development of a product. In my opinion, that's what I'm assuming the product management is. Okay. Engineers are not involved in the decisions. That's broken. That's so broken. How? My throat's dry. How does that work? Engineers build something without ever talking to the customer with no direct input from their side. I think this is where a team lead could step in. I feel like but then again, this is also like if the product manager doesn't have the technical knowledge, the technical expertise to be able to give realistic expectations to the customers, then sure, maybe in one of the calls that they're having with a customer, they might need a liaison, like a tech lead that can come in and answer the technical questions, give input on the technical side. Totally makes sense. I've been at my company for 3 years. I've never been in a meeting with a customer. I don't know what your role is. So that might make sense. In the worst case scenario, it looks like this. A customer talks with the customer service representative telling them feature X is critical for them. Cool. That should be logged somewhere and then parsed. That should be logged somewhere and then used as data to see what features are in high demand. Okay. The customer service representative describes this to the PM, who decides it's important enough to develop. Yeah, fair enough. They're going off of what the business wants, what they're supposed to be the expert as well on what the customers want. Okay. So the PM sits with the designer, explains how they should develop a feature the CS said the customer needs. I don't know. This seems backwards, potentially backwards. I feel like if it's a software designer, shouldn't they be saying, hey, here's the problem, and then the designer comes back with a technical solution? Okay. The engineers receive a design that the designer thinks solves a problem that the PM said, that the customer service rep said that the customer has. Fair enough. I think this makes sense. If engineers don't have input, they're just drones. Yeah, I think this is interesting because it's like for me personally, I do like to have input. It's nice to have back and forth and to talk about the solution to a problem. I think that when the project manager sits with the designer, explains how they should develop a feature, I think in this stage, this would make sense to be working in a smaller team with the developers and to sit down and have like just a round table, like back and forth on like, hey, here's what we're thinking of developing, whatever. And ultimately, when it comes to the design, the designer has final say. But I do think it is important to hear the technical considerations because it is a lot to put on one person. No matter how much experience you have, I think to be the sole person in charge of all of the designs for this software, it can be a lot of pressure. That being said, it can also like cause a lot of congestion in the decision making if there's too many cooks in the kitchen. That is a telephone game. I mean, kind of. I'd imagine, like, I feel like if a customer is talking to that person, I feel like they must be either doing a recorded message or there must be some kind of paper trail. Otherwise, it does turn into telephone. But I think they need like a word for word of what the customer said, how they described the problem. Like they need a copy of that. Otherwise, it's so easy for it to all get skewed. The thing is, though, as someone who's been in the shoes of like having to talk with the customer, translate that into business requirements, translate that into software like requirements, build the thing, ship it, like that is so time consuming and so exhausting. Like sometimes it is nice. I think I don't think that that's for everyone. I genuinely don't think that having that level of initiative and involvement in the business is what everyone wants to do for their job. I think some people want to show up, have their to-do list, check things off the list, and go home and get paid. Yeah. But I think they are trying to make a point that this is like a game of telephone, is that it's going so far down the pipeline. But like, I don't know if the engineers necessarily need to know what the customer said. I think that they need to know the business requirements that the PM came up with. That's the product manager's job. And then the designer designs based on that. So it kind of is telephone, but that's, I feel like, how you would break things up and delegate it. In a way that communicates incorrectly to designers, project managers, and engineering if a customer cannot fully articulate the ins and outs of a feature. But I feel like that's where, okay, yeah, true. The customer success representative would have to have a certain technical knowledge. Yeah, okay, fair. That's fair. I feel like the customer success representative would have to have feedback from the engineering team to know what is a complete or incomplete request. Like if I'm sifting through issues on GitHub, again, I've never worked at like a huge organization, so I don't know how effective this thing really is. I know it does look like telephone. I'm trying to like rationalize it, okay? Of like, how did we get here? If I'm going through a bunch of issues on GitHub, I can immediately tell when something does or doesn't have enough context. I don't know if that's because of my own technical know-how or if that's like an obvious thing, but it seems like whoever's interacting with the customer should know that and say, hey, we need more information about these things specifically. And the thing is that like, it's not hard to do. You can just get a template of like, here's all the information that we need to debug it effectively, and then send that to the customer and be like, hey, fill this out. When the least amount of time is spent on understanding product requirements, the most time on development, yeah. The most time the development takes. It's so true. The planning and prep can make it so much easier. But this is where it's supposed to make it easier because the product manager and the designer are supposed to alleviate that from the engineers. They get to just show up and like code the thing that they're supposed to code, this like small targeted piece of software. That's all they need to do, that one feature. How well can anyone actually communicate? That's true. That's true. Communication skills are hard. Okay. It might have been a great 60-minute meeting with the client. The PM will spend a week writing a detailed product requirements document. A week? How big is this document? Okay, I don't know if you need that much information. I don't know what's going on here. The designer will spend a week on the design. Then the development team will work on it for a month without ever talking to the customer. I mean, that being said, I think it would make sense for the development team to talk to the customer if there's anything that's unclear. If there's anything that's unclear, but then again, then that's not factoring in egos as well. Because if there is like, if you get a PM or a designer or whatever, that's like, got a big ego. They're going to feel like you're going over their head if you want to talk to the client and like have more back and forth. This is sounding more and more like an edge case. Yeah. Okay, isn't it crazy? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Most of the time spent on actually understanding what we are trying to solve. I don't think you need to know. I actually don't think you need to know. I think the time that PM is taking to understand the problem and translate it into a technical requirement is saving the developers the same time that it would take for them to translate it into a technical requirement. It's not like the customer is just going to like immediately spew out the exact technical requirements that they need to build. Okay, even if that single customer would be happy, what business metric did we improve? What business metric are you trying to improve? KPIs and OKRs, I don't know these things, okay? I've always just been get shit done. Okay, you get enough shit done. Cool. They're usually based on my own experience and conversations with friends in other startups. Bullshit. What I've heard about KPIs, what I've seen, because I was like, what's a KPI? I don't know these things. What I've seen is that a lot of it is fluff. It's like they just want some kind of quantifier for how productive their employees are, where their value is not necessarily numbers. Do you know what I mean? We want to improve user retention after 1 month by 5%. Like, what is 5% going to do for your business? I don't know. I know what a KPI is. I don't know what the OKR. Objectives and key results. Okay, fair. Fancy terms for shit that matters. See, that you're speaking my language now. There you go. When it didn't have the effect expected, everyone just moves on to the next feature. It's not hard science. We need to experiment. We are agile. Okay, yeah, this sounds like a bad agile implementation here. When it didn't have the effect expected, everyone just moves on to the next feature. It's not hard science. I don't know what he's trying to say here. I think this is, maybe agile people will know what he's trying to say here, but I don't get it. Okay, asking the customers what they want just doesn't work. And listening, okay, but you have to ask, okay, it's not about asking the customers what they want. That is never the question to ask. It's listening to their complaints, translating that into what actually hurts. It's like a doctor, okay? When you're a doctor, they say, my back hurts. It's like, yeah, your hips are weak. You know? It's not the back that's the problem. But like a lot of people don't, it's a skill and it takes a lot of practice and refinement, I think, to be able to figure out. And this is where the niche has the biggest impact on like whether you know how to translate customer complaints into technical requirements, is like the pinpointing of like what's the customer saying and what do they actually need. Those are very different things. But if you have a PM that's taking things at face value and then complaining that you're not meeting objectives, then that's messed up. Okay. How to fix it. 2 things that need to happen in parallel. PMs will get closer to the business side. Okay, you guys, I I'm so confused by so many of these labels for things because I'm like, wait, if the PMs are getting closer to the business side and they're the ones that are managing the business requirements of the business goals with the technical solutions, isn't that a business analyst? I don't know. It's all very confusing. Anyway, the product managers will specialize in the industry and product type. PM roles will have higher standards and fewer job switches. How? Oh, he has an interesting take on it. Okay. There's a growing trend of specialization in product management. That makes sense. I feel like the only people that I've ever seen that that are like, I guess are usually C-suite. They're usually hired at like C-suite in startups or whatever. They're like specialized in that field. The advice that I've been contemplating is 1 major and 2 minors. A major in product management. Product management is no joke and takes time to master. Ensure you develop strong foundations in discovery, strategy, roadmaps, prioritization, stakeholder management, and product analytics. Without that, you'll struggle no matter what the domain. 2, minor in a product type. Pick a product type like B2B. I don't see why B2B is so different from B2C, but okay. Maybe that's just me. Oh my God, I need to get water. Okay, hold on. I'm dying. I'm like coughing. It's probably my CO2 levels. Don't tell Theo. All right. Okay, minor in a product type. Oh, buying cycle works. And the considerations PMs have to make. Okay, fair. Okay. But then like, thing is like when you're hiring the finance people, like aren't they specialized generally in like B2B or B2C? Maybe not. I don't know. I guess that's sure. Okay. I have no opinion on that. Minor in an industry. Take time to build depth in domain knowledge and get into the weeds of it. This might sound like an awful lot, but in a solid 2 to 3 year stint at a growing company can enable you to achieve this. Sure. The PMs will take ownership of their business domain. Here's an interesting approach by Tyler Hogge. Oh my God, this is so long. The bedrock, the philosophy is that PMs are the GMs of their product. The main goal is for a product manager is not simply to ship software, it's to deliver business outcomes. PMs own actual revenue numbers for products, sometimes jointly with the revenue team, which means revenue and product teams are much more tightly aligned. Wait, what? They have a variable compensation incentive tied to business outcomes? Take ownership of the product, I guess some people need incentive for that. Fair. Okay, the PMs are the GMs of their product. The main goal for this product is not simply to ship software, it's to deliver business outcomes. Yeah, fair. Okay, sure. PMs sell. Okay, I hate that. I don't like that. They join sales calls, give demos, and often travel to on-site client visits. I don't think they need to sell. But is selling their business outcome? I don't agree with the selling part. I don't know. No. That's like saying DevRels should do sales. Like, bro, I just want to tell people how to use the stuff. Don't try and make me make any sales. Like, there's no way. PMs are the people who should have like the best understanding of the value of the product. And they're steering that product to be its most valuable self. That doesn't mean they have to sell it. That means that they understand the value and they can translate that to salespeople, but that doesn't make them a salesperson. Yeah, here, I'll share the link. Oh, is it pinned? Oh, sick. Thanks, Coder. Okay. Okay. Delivering on milestones should be table stakes for PMs at any company. The real question PMs should be focused on is, does this software create the outcomes you wanted for the business while also delighting customers? See, this is the same question that DevRel people are asking. Or at least, like, I think so. In an indirect way. I think that's misguided to say in an indirect way you're doing sales. I would say in an indirect way you're adding value, which is making sales. Like, it's not. So I guess not really. You don't necessarily, like, you're not trying to sell it, you're not trying to market it, you're just trying to make it valuable, which makes it easy to sell. Salespeople understand the product best of anyone in the company. Ooh, I don't know if that's true. I don't think I've ever met a salesperson that was the knowledge expert on any of the products that they were trying to sell me. Usually I had like, not even a crazy technical question, but like some technical question, and they'd be like, oh, well, they'd have to like connect me to someone else. I'm like, bro, can I self-host? And they're like, oh, well, don't know. This is coming from someone who is also of the opinion that it's good experience as a dev to get linked up with the sales team for a bit and understand how those people work. Oh. If you're talking to customers at all, you're selling to some degree. But okay, maybe my interpretation of sales is different. To me, if I'm doing sales, I'm trying to convince someone that it's worth them spending their money on this thing and that they should do that. They should buy this thing. That's what I think sales is. What I think advocating for a product is adding value to that product and highlighting those points. So, but I'm not saying they take it or leave it. But I also know because I know the value of the product, I know who it's most valuable to. I would say sales is trying to close a deal. Yeah. Yeah. I heard a salesperson say that we were the largest software company in the world. What? Okay, anyway. To paraphrase a bit, why can't the customers just talk to the software people? That is a huge paraphrase from what they're saying. How is that? Oh, in this one. Okay, the office interview scene. Okay, sure. Why can't the customers just talk to the software people? I'll tell you why, because engineers aren't good at dealing with customers. Okay, that could be true. Dude, immediately, for the record, I love his reactions to people, but it's like the kitty maintainer is my first thought. Because someone will be like, I'm having this issue here. He's like, well, that's too bad. Close it. Like, I actually think it's hilarious because it's like, so many people just accidentally, they kind of just stumble into like, they're now maintaining this large open source project. Like, they didn't all ask for that. They just built something they thought was useful or like a valuable thing to learn about. And now they have to deal with so many people filing issues and asking for like new features and stuff like that. And they're just like, no. How about no? Anyway, I love that. The close the deal thing is not selling. Sales is actually showing a prospect true value of your offer so you actually come to terms to realize you need this. Interesting. Ooh, I would say, I don't know. Chat, I don't know. I don't know who I agree. I don't know who I think is right for what sales is. To me, I think sales is like trying to close a deal. It's trying to be like, you need this. Yeah, I don't know. Maintaining a customer relationship is also a huge part of what salespeople do. Yeah, but it's a huge part of any front-facing role. But then is any front-facing role sales? I don't know about that. Yeah. Oh, it'd be the software as the product, Joseph. Hi, Australia. Okay, sure. All right, engineers are not good at dealing with customers. That might have been true in the 80s when engineers were mostly hardcore geeks. It's definitely not true anymore. Engineers caring only about tech debt is a myth. If you push them with unreasonable deadlines, they create unmaintainable software. Of course, there will be pushback. The two PMs I've worked with out of 6 were both ex-senior engineers. Technical background must not be a must. Might not be a must. Sorry, I can't read. But it gave them a big advantage. They could tell on the spot which solution is viable and what are the downsides without needing to take it with the team. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. Agreed. Having a technical background or a technical opinion dealing with the customer makes sense. Isn't that what the team leads for sometimes? For them to like chime in and be like, yeah, that's not reasonable. For them to like tell marketing, stop saying we're going live with this thing next week. It's not happening until next month. It's like, but pretty please? No. Who's protecting the engineers? Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay, the shift is already happening. Software companies are changing, where once product managers and software engineers dominated. Now, a new role is emerging, the product engineer. Leonardo DiCaprio covered this in depth in his article. Most engineers in companies are siloed away from users and interface with product managers instead. This is usually done because having clear roles allows for higher focus. Bro, that is such an interesting sentence to me. As someone who has felt the symptoms of ADHD and has a chat full of people with ADHD, having clear roles allows for a higher focus is not universally true, especially in coding, I think. Come on now. There's no way. I think that for some people, they thrive in the chaos. They like wearing multiple hats. They need their days to be like, if every day is the same, some people go into, what's it called? The day that happens all the time. Something with a gopher, not a gopher. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it's like the day that never ends. Every day is the same. Groundhog. Oh, I was so close. Groundhog Day. Yeah, so anyway, that's interesting. Okay, on the other hand, product engineers get to wear so many hats. Doing engineering, product, and UX work. How is this different from DevRel? I guess, like, who are they do they have any front-facing thing? Because if they do, that's DevRel. I don't. Maybe I'm broken. Maybe I don't understand what DevRel is. Chat, this could be the case. The interface of a product manager is removed. Instead, a product manager goes deeper into aspects of the product when necessary. Dude, titles are so dumb. I'm just going to say it. Instead, a product manager goes deeper into aspects of the product when necessary, supplementing surface-level insights and taking over investigations that product engineers don't have the bandwidth for. So they're like the assistant to the product engineer? What do you mean? PMs will dive deeper. So it sounds like maybe the product engineer is like they're coming up with solutions on maybe the more technical side, and they're understanding it with a technical background, and they're corresponding with the product manager who is approaching it from more of the business perspective. I guess. Who the fuck is a product engineer? We got any product engineers in chat? Can you explain, like I'm 5, what that is? What does your day-to-day look like? Do you have a vlog? Are you vlogging yet? Okay, PMs will dive deeper into solving customer problems, gaining valuable knowledge, and specializing more narrowly. Engineers will have more space in the conversation, being involved in the earlier ideation/discovery phases. Bro, it sounds like they just want product managers with technical know-how. That's my takeaway. It sounds like they just want their product managers to be able to talk shop. Like, that sounds like the exact same role, except they understand the technical aspect of it. They want software engineers with MBAs, for real. Seriously. It sounds like the same role. I feel like this role also sounds to me like a business analyst, product manager, product engineers now, and DevRel. Because I think DevRel, so much of it is product. Well, DevRel, I think it's different because I also work for a dev tooling company. So like the customer is also developers. But if I was working for like YouTube, the customer isn't developers, but there's an API. So they need someone to talk shop with the devs. But then why do they need people to use their API? Does it keep them relevant? I don't know. Interesting. In other words, the person selling the product must know how the product is built. I don't know if they need to know. Yeah, actually, I would say so. I don't think they need to know it at like the lowest of levels. I don't think they need to know like necessarily every single commit, but every single PR would be good, you know? Of like, what are the features that we have? And if I need to look at it deeper, let's do that. Reading the roles listed for product engineer on LinkedIn is interesting. It's so funny because at this point, I feel like there's so many titles in tech that nobody knows what they do. So they just like slap on a random title on their hiring pages and they guess. They're like, this is what I think a product engineer is. And they just like put whatever they actually need, whether it's a product engineer or not. Heard from Juicebox Hero, 500 employees at Twitch. I know, I heard. That's absolutely brutal. Probably the PM's fault. Too much telephone. That's the thing. It is a lot of pressure. Like translating business requirements into like actionable steps is huge. It's huge. It's so much work. That's a lot of pressure. And it's like, yeah, it puts everyone in jeopardy, right? The other side of this coin is the crazy acronym title, dude. Titles are so weird. Like, just say what you need. Just say what you want. Just say your skills. Like, what? My bosses in the past just let me choose my title. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Sounds good, I guess. Yeah. Business requirements into actionable tasks. That's a solutions architect. No, that's a business analyst or a product manager or a product engineer. It's like so many. Okay, to be fair, that is the entire goal of a business, is it not? To have business requirements and turn those into actionable tasks and execute on those tasks. That is a business. So like to come up with so many roles that are named the same thing for like the core, 3 steps in having a business. Get information, parse information, output something useful. Like that is all you need. That is a business. Hello? I've been working as a certified everything ops because we have a small team. Yeah, seriously. I actually think at this point that I'd be really bored working at a large company. Like really bored. Okay, you guys, I got maybe 10 minutes. I'll push the stream to like 2 hours. That makes sense. Okay. Maybe we'll go through some YouTube comments together because I haven't replied to any of them because I've been a busy girl. And the thing is I don't even want to like react to them because then I don't see them anymore. And then I gotta like look through them. And I gotta like look through them. It's a lot of work. Anyway, so because I want to give them actual responses. I want to like actually reply and say, hey, thanks for your support, homie. We're friends now. That's huge. Thanks for being my friend. Oh wait, I actually can't see the edge of this, so I'm gonna blip, blip. Alrighty. You guys also can't see what video this is, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it could matter. Here, hold on. Make it a little smaller. So I could be really helpful and move my head out of the way. We're all over the place. The catch-all engineer? Yeah, for real. But then my head looks like it's facing... Oh, I moved it the wrong way. My head looks like it's facing a different way. Oh, you know what? Huge. I'm just going to swap these. I know, tech is feeling really sad. It's sad these days. It's so sad just hearing about all these layoffs. Like, it's stressful. Not the vibe. Can we tell all these big companies that they're killing the vibe with all their layoffs? What do you think they'll say? Do you think they'll agree? Hey, bro, you're killing the vibe actually with these layoffs. It's tragic. It's actually really mean of you. It's really toxic, and I'll never work for you. Toxic. All right. International Tech Union, we all unionize. Yeah, you're killing the vibe, bro. Okay. We have Turkey and Gravy says, hey, I like your chain. I just want to say from what I've experienced, the more I can admit I'm just a child. For context, in the video, I say you should treat yourself like a child. The more I can admit I'm just a child, the more my view is abstracted to something a child can innately understand. And that's incredible. Wait, oh my God, I can't read. Holy, okay, wait. Just want to say from what I've experienced, the more I can admit I'm just a child, the more my view is abstracted to something a child can innately understand. Honestly, a huge skill. Being able to actually explain like I'm 5 is so good. And that's incredibly liberating, not just in a moral sense, but in a very objective sense, that I can communicate with others on a lower level, that I can turn something abstract into something concrete, that I can envision what it is, that it'd be the most fulfilling and prioritize it with zero cost abstractions. And the whole thing runs on thankfulness. Turkey, that is so wholesome. That is so sweet. I thought that advice was especially good for someone with ADHD. I'm glad. Yeah, I started doing that, and it's just like, because then it's not like discipline. It doesn't feel like I'm doing something and I'm like, no, you got to do it. Just buck up, buttercup, and like do the thing. It's like, be really nice, be really cute and healing for me is to like have a cute little lunch tomorrow and have it all packed up for myself tonight. And like, it's like a loving, nice thing that I'm doing for myself. So sweet. I love it. Okay. That is so sweet. Thank you for sharing. I think we can all use a little more gratitude. And I'm so happy that my video inspired such kind words. I hope you have a great start to your year. See, this is why I haven't replied to any comments yet, because I'm like, I want to write a paragraph for everyone that commented. I hope you have a great start to your year. What a smiley face. Done. Oh, you gonna cry? You gonna cry now? Oh no. I was actually a badass as a child, dude. I used to wake up at 6 and do my homework and then play video games until school started. Like, what? Like, I was a machine. I was like, I realized I get just enough homework that I can, if I really sit down and focus, I can get it done in like 20 minutes. So I would wake up at like 6 a.m. and do like 20 minutes of homework, get ready, but in like 10 minutes, and then play video games for like 2 hours. Like, I was like, perfect. I get to play games now. Because I never got to play video games after school. So I was like, perfect. I'll wake up at 6 a.m. Get her going. Okay. Cal wasn't just a CS major. He is a professor of CS. Okay, well, Okay, well, that sounds about right. I gotta add a little emote as well. How do I emote in this? Is it this? Oh. Oh. Oh man. Trello just popped up. Why is Trello? Is it this one? No. I can't remember how to emoji. I don't know how to. I can't add emojis. Okay, well. Thanks for. What should I say? Did he correct me? He didn't really correct me. Trello is trolling. Control Command Space. That's what I did. Wait, that's crazy. That's actually what I did. I think it's my browser. Vivaldi's been doing weird things. Like Trello wasn't working in Vivaldi, which is crazy. Couldn't drag and drop anything. Dalek, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, clarifying. Thank you. Thanks for clarifying. I'm not gonna lie. I remember Cal saying that he was, blah blah blah, something, did his master's in CS and blah blah blah, but I couldn't remember exactly. So I was like, yeah, I think he's like a CS major. Please post a tutorial for a Golang REST API, dude. Check out I think I did on the Charm channel. Check out Charm CLI. I post a lot more like Go tutorials and stuff like that on that channel. I think there's one of me setting up like a CRUD, like a database. Or no, key value store, something like that. Like using Badger. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that sounds about right. Thanks for clarifying. Okay, got it. Got that one done. Okay, great vid. Thanks. This is something I very much struggle with, artwork. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you're struggling. No, I don't do that. Hopefully these tips help. They helped me a lot even when I really didn't want to do anything. Live YouTube comments on Twitch is a vibe. It's kind of fun, hey? It's like, well, because I feel bad because I'm like, you guys are they're left hanging. They comment, they're being these kind-hearted citizens of the world, commenting nice things on my YouTube videos, but I want to give them a proper response. Like on stream, I can give you proper response right away. So I'm like, okay, we'll do on stream because then you guys can also, it's a vibe. I figured. Dope chain. You guys, do you need to see this chain that they're all talking about? You guys want to see it? Oh my. Okay, wait, I don't know how YouTube works. Hold on. I'll show you the chain. I don't have it on right now. I'm just going to switch and open my own video. Huge. I keep saying that and I can't stop. I keep saying it at work too. I'm like, yeah, I just tweeted about the thing. Huge. Oh no. Okay. Look at the difference. Okay. Look at the difference in production quality from today and this video. Look at this. I shit you not. I'll pause at the same kind of frame. Isn't that insane? I look the same IRL. I look the same there. But no, same camera, better settings. Why is Twitch so much better? Oh, ruh-roh. I'm on GPT-4 now. That's why. Better AI. No, seriously, so I changed my camera settings. I put a different lens on my camera, although I think my other lens would have worked okay, but it was a little muddy for some reason. But I had another lens, put that on, changed. I put it's like further away. So I had to put my camera really far away because I'm using a 40mm lens now. And then I had to change a bunch of settings like the shutter speed and the ISO and the F and the, what else did I change? Have I already forgotten? What else? The saturation slightly, the color profile. I think that's it. Lighting is a little different. Not really. Not really. It's the same. Well, it's the same key lights. But the only thing is I was able, because now with the changes to the camera, it made the colors a lot warmer. So I was able to use a cooler lights, like a cooler Kelvin on the lights. Is it new things on the desk in the back? No, it's actually the same things. The only thing is I wish you could see them more. Like, I wish that pooping dog is honestly the best thing on my stream. So it's like really sad to me that you can't see him better. It's actually tragic. But yeah, I love them. Calvin Klein lights? Yes. Yes. Okay, so anyway, I already closed it, but that was the chain. That big chonky chain that I wear every once in a while. He's pooping in the mic. I know. I'm proud of him. Dope chain. I had a few people say that, I think. Okay, dope chain. I'm going to say thank you. It's from Vitally. Vitally Designs. It's stainless steel, which is sick because it's so low maintenance. Do you guys care about all this information? Be honest. Do they care? Because I think, like, as a girl, I'll be like, oh my God, thank you so much. It's like stainless steel. So it's awesome because I can wear it in the shower. I can wear it in salt water and it won't get all tarnished. It won't get all tarnished. It'll just keep looking sick. Also, if you have long hair, the clasp is dope. It doesn't because most clasps will like pull out my hair. Like they get all tangled. And I'm like, why? It's dope for a reason. So low maintenance. I can wear it. Okay, chat told me that I should tell them about all the cool things about my chain. I can wear it in the ocean and I don't have to worry about it. Huge. Because I can't stop saying it. Huge. Okay. Glad to see you uploading back again. Oh, by the way, wait, you guys, I'm doing a Twitter space tomorrow. Just so you know. I'm going to share it. It's my first episode on a podcast for Charm. So I'm going to be co-hosting a podcast. And it's going to be all about like development and founders and entrepreneurship and mostly I will be deciding on all the nerd stuff. So, and we'll be getting guests and stuff. We've got Low Level Learning, Moss, TJ, and Rox talking about, like, the goal for tomorrow is basically those really hard, scary things, like building a language server, like projects that you would look at and be like, yeah, no, like that's too scary. That's too hard. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, because all of them are like serial developers that they just choose the hardest things. And I'm like, how? Like, because I feel like when I try something hard, I try to like be a bit patient with myself. But like at a certain point, I'm like, why did I do this? This sucks. This is really difficult. And I don't know if I'll ever grasp this concept. And so I'm really curious how they don't have that train of thought and how they keep at it. Is Spaces the only place to watch? No, the Charm YouTube channel. It'll be on the Charm YouTube channel as well. If you want to see the video feed. Like, they're not on video, but I will be. There you go. It'll be there tomorrow, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Pacific. So, yeah, there's Twitter, and then it's like in their Discord. Like, there's 9 a.m. Pacific. Oh, actually, wait, it'll be here as well. Sorry, I forgot. I'm like, I can restream now. So yeah, it'll be like, I'll be live on Twitch, so you'll know that it's like going on. But the VOD won't be live on my Twitch. The VOD will be on the YouTube channel. Just to make it as confusing as possible. You're welcome. I'd say anything worthwhile is usually hard. Yeah, but sometimes it feels like too much. Sometimes it really feels like too much. But yeah, you're right. I'm confuzzled. Yeah. Okay. So the plan tomorrow, live, it will be on Twitter Spaces, my Twitch channel, and the Charm YouTube channel being live streamed. Afterwards, the footage will be available on the Charm YouTube channel. And then others like podcast platforms once I set that up. It always feels like too much until it's done. Totally. I know. Then how do you stay motivated? Sometimes I'm like, this is really hard. It's like, I even do this with knitting. Do you guys know I knit? Do you guys know that? For those of you who don't know, I knit like a lot. I'm actually making myself a vest, like a tank top, kind of. But if the pattern is too hard, I'll like not. Sometimes I'll just be like, no, I'll just not touch it. I'll just not touch it for a while because I'm like, this is too much. I got to put brain power into this. And if I don't do it right, then I got to redo it and it takes more time. And I could have just done something easier. My girlfriend is knitting a vest too. It's such a young person hobby now. Oh, yeah. It's so good. It's literally the best. Well, because the thing is too, okay, this is so unrelated to the comments. Let's go big cam for a sec. The thing is too, is like I found since the pandemic, the clothing quality has gone so downhill. Also service quality, so downhill. Food quality, gone downhill. I'm so sad about it. Like, dude, I feel like if you used to spend $30 on a sweater, and I'm not even saying, like, I'm just saying pre-pandemic, like 2019. If you spent like $30 on a sweater, like it was a good sweater. It was like a thick fleece, chillin'. If you spent $50 on a sweater, that thing's gonna last you like a decade. Like that thing is just like this invincible hoodie, $50. Now, I feel like you can buy a hoodie that's like $100 and then you wash it a few times and it's like thin. It's thin. What's with that? I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I'm not a big consumerist gal. I'm not on TikTok, so it's not like I get it. I feel like a lot of these companies are like adapting to fast fashion around TikTok. You guys know my stance on TikTok. I hate TikTok. And now it's ruining the world with their consumerist tendencies. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, so I've started making my own clothes and I knit myself clothes now. And it's sick because I can choose, like, it's so high quality. So I'm making myself the tank top. You guys will see it. I'll wear it on a stream. I'm making it out of bamboo rayon. Hear me out. I know it's not the most, it's like a green washed material because bamboo rayon takes a lot of processing, but it lasts forever. I can wear it in any season. And I had so much of it, so I needed to make something with it. So I'm making myself that sweater vest. I've made myself 2 sweaters now. I made myself a balaclava because I like to ski and I like cold weather. So I actually made a balaclava recently that's with mohair. So it's like I use Peruvian wool and mohair. Mohair is like a certain kind of wool that is really, really lightweight and like super insulating. Literally, like the insulation properties of this thing, it feels as warm as down. Like it just retains heat so well. And apparently it's really good actually for like summer clothes as well. It's like insulating against hot or cold, which is sick. It's what gives this almost like fuzzy, glowy kind of look to garments. Anyway, so I did a mohair and Peruvian wool balaclava. And then I made my cat a sweater. And it has his name on it. And his is wool because I had a bunch of extra wool because I had a wool sweater that's like 10 years old that had these big holes in it because a moth ate it like probably 8 to 10 years ago. A moth ate these like holes in it and then it spread. And then I went and I fixed it up and it looks seamless. Show cat sweater. I'll put it in the Discord. Baklava is delicious, dude. You're making me hungry, Max. Don't do that. Rude. Don't mention it unless you're willing to share. Come on now. Baklava is actually, I think, one of my favorite desserts. Especially, like, because some of them are gross. They just use, like, I don't know, simple syrup or something. But, like, there's at least one place that does it and they use honey, which is, I think, the traditional way of doing it. Oh, my God. It's so good. Basically, like, phyllo pastry with, like, honey and pistachios. Like crumbled up. So good. Yeah, it's supposed to be honey, I think. It's always a W when you can... Dude, I'm so good at mending now. It's huge. I should do a little knitting stream and like react to react to coding stuff and do knitting stream or like something, or we watch something together. I'd actually love to watch, I think, is there a way, I know Canada's privacy laws when it comes to the legal system are like much tighter, I think, than the States. Is there somewhere that you can watch like court proceedings? I'd love to watch the Meta one when they had like a data leak. I want to watch it. I want to watch it for that sweet, sweet spice against the Zuck, you know? Okay. Glad to have you uploading back again and great tips. I'm still doing baby steps while trying to learn Go, but having some guidance on where to start is always helpful. Thanks for that. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Felipe. I'm so glad these points were helpful for you. Best of luck on your Go journey. U.S. federal court is usually only audio. I don't know if I'd watch. It's pretty cringe. Oh, really? Lame. There's this one girl that I've been watching on YouTube. What's her name? She streams as well. Bose. She's not Italian. I don't know why I said it like that. That is the opposite of what I was trying to do. This is her. Do you guys want to see her channel? She's great. She does more like reacts to just like people, just like the wild place that the wild planet that we live on and the people that occupy it with us. But like I saw her, there's one where she's like sitting and just watching this like court proceeding. It was so interesting. I want that. I want to watch some. Okay, check out the book A World Without Email by Newport as well. Oh wait, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Okay, well that was a live stream fail. My bad. I know it's a little late in the stream to ask about this, but I'm working on an open source project in Go. Any advice on promoting it? If you put it in the Bash Reviews channel, I'll look at it on stream. But I would say like don't be shy to, depending on I don't know how like well developed it is, but like content creators always be looking for content. If you want to give them something to react to, then I would reach out to like different creators. Yeah, I think like even podcasts and stuff, I think there's so much value that you can add in sharing your story. Like everyone has their own unique experience and perspective on things that like, of course, a lot of podcasts, it's like they want you to have a following or something like that so that it's like, I don't know, so that they can grow from your presence on their podcast. But I think in a lot of cases too, there are a lot of good podcasts that like don't look at that stuff. Wait, so for 2 hours we didn't know what she was doing? Get wrecked. Okay, check out the book A World Without Email by Newport as well. During my undergrad, I read Deep Work 3 times. It was amazingly helpful. I found it super insightful, and I love that he provided so many different examples and environments in which people practice deep work. Would I say in which people practice deep work? Or would I say, okay, wait, I found it super insightful, and I love that he provided so many different examples and environments in which people practice deep work. Are they practicing deep work? Yeah, I guess they are. We'll check out A World Without Email. I have too many Audible credits. I think that's so real of me. I think we all have too many Audible credits. I don't know anyone who's up to date on their Audible credits. Everyone I know has like a backlog. It's not good. If it's not good, it goes in bash thrash, bringing back the code school of Hard Knocks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jav, if you want to post it in the Discord, I'm happy to react to like check it out on stream. Just a junior hacking on a tool. I wish I had someone else that I wish someone else had made before me. So are you looking? Yeah, I would say like if you're looking for feedback is really hard to get. Dude, I'm gonna talk a little bit about AI and stuff on either on the weekend or like early next week. I put the schedule up on the Discord, and then I'm still going back and forth, so I'm not sure. But I have some thoughts actually on like ways that AI can be helpful, and I think that there are ways that it can be helpful for juniors, but not in the ways that they're currently being used. That's the little sprinkle of preview that you'll get. Okie dokie. Go is based. No, you. No, you. Like he's saying that I am based as a person because he likes my language. Okay, engaging video format. Thanks. I've been aware of Pomodoro since 2018 and I've tried it, but it's not for me. This year I've been setting a simple 30-minute timer on Google and hitting start. In that 30-minute window, I'll get into flow and the session will usually last 90 minutes because I don't want to stop when the timer starts beeping. Though yesterday I did because I was exhausted, but I did the 30 minutes regardless. This has been surprisingly effective for such simple input. Yeah, for real. To be fair, Pomodoro timers work best when you customize the work break periods and cycles for your particular needs. Sounds to me like you're using it in a way that works best for you. Oh. Dude, I love a good wholesome comment section, man. I never used Free Code Camp. I'm not sure. I love that. I've used the Pomodoro method. So actually, maybe this could be one of my tips for tomorrow's space is like, that is how because like obviously now I'm able to tackle like harder projects than when I was starting out. But when I was starting out, there were a lot of projects that I've now tackled that were really intimidating to me at that point. I did use the Pomodoro method as like an entry to just do it, you know? I have to figure out a way to say that more eloquently though. It's my gateway to working on hard things. I love wholesome YouTube comments. They're so good. This is why I wanted to go through them because they're so good. Okay. I've used the Pomodoro method so many times just to get started on something I don't want to do. Hello. Works like a charm. I'm so glad you're finding yourself in a flow state when working with them. That's awesome. Okay, love it. You guys, I've got a... Okay. We good? Oh. You guys, I think I might have to do another stream and go through the rest of these. I've done like 5. I've replied to like 5 comments. I want to reply to all of them with like a paragraph. Okay, well, some of these I can just like. Actually has experience in the field. Now I'm actually more interested in... Even the audiobooks were an easy listen. Okay, whoa. We're trying to speed. Oh yeah, I just have so many people wanting to talk to me. Imagine? No. I read Deep Work a couple years ago. It's one of my favorite books I've ever read. Over time, I've drifted away from the principles book. Thanks for the reminder to get back into it. There's a chance that I liked all these comments from the Charm account by accident. There's a chance. I would rather not reply to a comment than reply with AI. I feel like that is disrespect. These people went out of their way to write something nice on my video that I put a lot of time and effort into producing. and they're helping me get more eyes on it by commenting, and I'm replying with AI. Dude, imagine. I could never. I would be so offended. I'd be offended knowing that I did that. It's funny because AI Bash says exactly the same thing. Okay, maybe. Like the Zach Lake ones. I don't know what that is. I read Deep Work a couple years ago. It was one of my favorite books I've ever read. Over time, I've drifted away. It's one of the few self-help / productivity books I'll entertain are written by Cal Newport. Deep Work is my favorite so far. Just relatable and reasonable. I'm so glad I could serve as inspiration. How long have I? Oh shit, I'm way over time. For you to get back. So glad I could serve as a reminder to check yourself. I wonder what Newport thinks of Pomodoro. I would imagine he would be pretty supportive of it. I mean, that was the first thing I thought of when I was reading Deep Work. I was like, oh, protecting your time. That's just like what I do when I do Pomodoro. Nothing else exists, just whatever it is that you're focusing on. Okay, you guys, I can't reply to any more comments, but I'll do another stream soon. I think I'm streaming. I'll be live tomorrow, doing the space, so I won't really be talking much to chat. I'll be doing the little podcast episode, and then on Friday I'll be hanging out with study time, so that'll be a hoot. That'll be a blast. But I think maybe after that I can go through more of these comments. Some of these are just like easy. Vitali design. I love it. Super well made. And easy to care for. I have to tell them about my necklace. Okay. All the boys want your attention because you're cute. Chat, be honest. What should I say to this? Chat, I will reply with whatever you say. Are you guys sleeping? I think you guys fell asleep. It's kind of rude. No, you. Ban? No, just thinking. Oh, thinking. Okay. Yeah, they're still alive, but I'm sterilely breathing. Huh? My internet husbands will find you. Watch out, I've got a white knight somewhere waiting to take you down for saying that. My Golang brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, your code is trash. They're like, your code is trash. Where are your nail checks? Give me a beat. No. Dude, I could never. I'll reply with that one. That rap works. Thank you. Key points of Deep Work. It's in my video. That's what the video is about. Those are like my key takeaways from Deep Work. Well, it's like my own, I guess it's my own interpretation. It's a filtered version. Why would I give you the key points when I take away something that I think is more important? Because there's the key points and then there's your interpretation of those key points, which like, why would you interpret it and make it worse than the initial? I guess you could. I dare you, chat. Make it worse. I'm too distracted to watch the video. Can you break it down into key TikToks? Never. I'll ban you. I'll ban you for mentioning TikTok. Can I have a SparkNotes summary? You read? Not sure about that. You read? No, they want it in TikTok format. Let's be real. Okay, now that I've absolutely demolished all of you, direct, we're going to go to Twitch. Dude, that was a wild article. Don't you think? You're right, I can't read? Oh, okay, well, that explains a lot. Was that not a wild article about the product management thing? That's crazy. That's just crazy. Oh, how long has he been streaming? I rated him last time though, didn't I? Okay, wait, let's see. Can teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, my go lang sucks. They're like, my go lang sucks. I can teach you, but you'll need more milk checks. It was, yeah, like I read that half asleep and I was like, what in the world? Like I half of it and then I like pinned it. I was like, I gotta react to this on stream. This is wild. But you know, I like it. I like that people are putting out that stuff because we gotta talk about these things. It is the only way that we move forward, that we keep changing and talking. Like if someone's just saying these like mid vanilla takes, okay, we're not gonna be talking about it. There's gonna be no discourse. This person's fueling the fire, pouring gasoline on the fire to get us to talk about what's wrong with product management. So I'm proud of them. Huge. They've done a lot. They've done a lot for us. Okay, we're gonna read Began because Began rocks. Oh, he's only been live for 12 minutes. We're so lucky. Do you know how lucky we are? Also, yeah. So, the plan for 2024. Woo! Huge. So, let's talk about the plan for a sec here. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm going to be doing a podcast. I'm going to have monthly episodes of a podcast with Charm. I've got another little thing in the works that I'm not announcing until I have stuff already done for it, if that makes sense. You won't know till you know, kind of thing. I will be posting videos way more frequently. My goal is to post twice a month for the YouTube videos at least twice a month. I think that's realistic. Anything more than that, amazing. Less than that, unacceptable. And then ideally I want to stream once a week, because I think I can do that. Oh, but sorry, that's videos twice a month on Bash Bunny. I'm also doing videos twice a month on Charm. So technically I'm doing a video every week. So that's nice. Are you going to invite Prime to your podcast and talk about building CLIs? He would mention Rust and I would immediately block him. Wrecked. Imagine, that'd be like the greatest anime betrayal of all time. We've been friends for years. Good friends. You know? Like, I'm having a rough time on the internet. There's a handful of people that I confide in. He is one of them. And I just block him for saying that Rust is better for building CLIs. Imagine. That'd be spicy. I would never. All right, you guys, we're going to read Began. But yeah, those are some of my goals. I would say that, so that would be the two videos a month, one stream a week, and then this other additional thing that I really want to do, but I need to get someone to help me with it. And I need to onboard them first, so... And that one's going to be huge. That one's going to be like the most effort. That'd be like the most high effort thing that I do, which will be awesome. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your evening. It's getting late. I hope you sleep well. I'll see you bright and early in 12 hours. My first podcast episode starts in exactly 12 hours. I'm overwhelmed. But it's fine. I'm sure I'll do great. I'm nervous. I should have probably stopped streaming earlier. I made bad choices. I regret everything. Okay, you guys. I'll see you next time.